tonight's guest is Delta Crawdaddy. Now, Delta Crawdaddy is friends of friends, and that's how we make these connections here. And he's got some really cool music. So I've seen him in lives. I've seen his live. I've seen him in lives. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna chat. We're gonna chill. Oh yes, we will, because it's a chat chill show. Woo! Yes. Yeah, stop the music. There we go. All right, we're going to invite you up, Delta. Here we go, okay? Let's do it. The one, the Delta Crawdaddy. He's coming. I see you. Oh, I hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I've been hearing you. So I'm waving, but I don't see me in the picture yet.
Well, it's different. You have to make sure you turn the camera on.
Okay, where's that guy then?
When you click, you push your picture. There
I
should be a
found
little,
it.
yeah, the little camera. Yeah. Yay! There it is, everyone.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
Oh, and hit save next time, Doc. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Well, the first question. Hey, Vicky, welcome in. So the first, and Lisa Lama, welcome in.
Hey,
First
guys.
question I ask is, what time zone are you in? Hey, Lonnie,
I'm over on Pacific Standard.
you're Pacific Standard?
Yep.
Oh, so it's like 6 o'clock for you.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Ooh,
It has been,
okay.
because everybody's over on the east for the most part. I think you're central, but yeah. It
I'm
has been-
Central.
It's been fun trying to juggle, but a lot of times if somebody saves their, like if they schedule their live or whatever coming on, it will put it in the correct time zone for you. But if like I hear from my friends like, hey, I'm playing on at 4, I have to sometimes remember, oh, they're over in the east, and so I have to translate it.
He's on the west side. He's in the Pacific as well. He's like, what part of Pacific, basically?
Over in Washington. Yes.
Wherever that's at.
Yeah.
He might know, because he actually is in the Pacific time zone. He lives
Right on.
near L.A. I think in L.A.
Oh.
Somewhere in that
Okay,
area.
well, I'm not that far west. I'm
Okay.
up north a little bit. I'm in Washington.
Oh, you're up by, that's up by Larry? Oh, okay. Yeah, Larry's in Washington. Yeah,
Oh, right on.
yeah. You're in
Pretty
L.A.
country. Pretty
Okay.
country up here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's the first question I ask everyone, because so many people, we make these connections here in this virtual world, and they're from everywhere in the world, and it's just, I can't assume, I mean, oh, thank you so much, Little. One of my mods says, well, I'll try to make it, and I'm like, honey, I want to say it's okay. It's like 3 a.m. for her.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I get it. On Tuesday nights, it's hard for her. Hey, Pons, welcome in. And some people, it's daytime, it's the next day. It gets crazy when I'm scheduling some days.
I
But
bet.
anyway, enough of that.
But I liked how you had it set up, because when you had me and your other guests on this, it had a marking for like all the times. I was like, oh, well, here's my
You
time.
can thank M for that. M
M.
made that for me. M
I
is
thought
from
that
Poland.
I thought that
She's
was
in-
really cool.
She because she's very much into all the time zones, wanting to know where everybody's in the world. And so, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it was a big help, actually. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you. I will reset the goal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I heard that go off.
Oh, wow.
But my next question is your username. How did you come up with Delta Crawdaddy? So I'm thinking, oh, he's down, Delta Crawdaddy sounds like he's down like Louisiana or something.
Which is where I'm from. Not Louisiana,
That's where you're
but
from.
From the
But
south is where I'm from.
Somewhere down south. I'm like somewhere Alabama,
Yes.
Louisiana, somewhere. Yeah, I'm like,
So
You know.
born in Houston, and at a young age we moved over to what's known as the Delta.
In
And
the
the
Delta.
triangle is like Memphis down to Louisiana over to Alabama. And
oh, okay.
we were right in the middle of the Delta in Mississippi. And then after school, I went up to Memphis, spent a lot of time in Memphis before
Memphis.
coming out west first round, then went down to Florida, then came back out west where I went to school. I was in Montana for a while. But actually, I was in Montana when I had had another TikTok that was like basically just featured my fur babies, and I was like, well, I want to try and do something with streaming at some point in time, and I was just I didn't want username or whatever, and
No.
one night I was in
And we
I
have
was in
found
Missoula.
many times when it's user with a bunch of numbers, those people usually cause trouble. Not always,
Right.
but typically they do.
Yeah.
And so we get very suspicious when we see them come in the room. We're
You're
like,
not gonna memorize that kind of that name,
Yeah,
and that
it's
number
like-
as easily. It kind of
Yeah,
fades into
yeah.
the background, so
Yeah.
they're wanting to hide behind that. I get
yeah,
it. And so I didn't want to try and I wasn't forcing it, but I had started this other one, and I hadn't this account that we're on, and I hadn't come up with a name, and it's just like, okay, well, when something happens, and then it was like a Friday or Saturday night, and I had a few adult beverages, and
oh, I know about those.
yeah, and I just remembered, oh, I miss crawfish. God, because up in Montana, you can't get crawfish. And back home, a crawfish fest is like the best thing in the world. And I was like, I wonder, some people say crawfish, some people say crawdads. And I was, I never really said crawdads, but I was like, what about like something? And it just, I thought it was like a
Crawdaddy
ding ding.
came
I want
up,
to do, yeah, and I'm from the Delta, so I went to the Googler and see, is there anywhere it says Delta and Crawdaddy the same? There was Crawdaddy, like a restaurant, but there wasn't anything combined. And I was like, well, it's where I'm from. It just sounds so good right now, and that's how it ended up happening. It was as simple
That's how
as
you
that.
came up with Delta Crawdaddy. You put
Yeah.
it together. It's amazing how adult beverages kind of help you just, yeah.
The next morning, I don't
Yeah.
know, it could have been like, oh, this is, and I had realized down the road that can be construed a different way, just having that other end
Well,
of the
I
name.
guess.
But I'm like,
I guess.
I'm not one, it's
No.
not, it's not what it was meant to be.
No, people can take any name or anything and make anything out of it.
Yeah.
So after a while, you just have to go, eh. It's like my username being Ironhead. They think of motorcycles or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's just a nickname my grandfather used to give me.
Oh, right on.
Because I was strong-willed, and he called me an Ironhead.
It's a great way to
After a
start a
while.
conversation if we just ask instead of
Yeah.
assuming. I mean, just like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's how you get to know a little bit about
Yeah.
somebody. So obviously it's not any kind of secret because I made it as a public name. So yeah,
Right.
anybody asked
Yeah.
me, I was like, one night I was missing crawfish. I swear to God, I was just really
Well,
hungry for some
I just-
spicy crawfish.
I think it's a catchy name, and I'm like, well, I got to ask him that question. How did you get the username? So,
Right on.
yeah,
That was it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the next thing is we got to get into your music because that's what you do. You do a lot of videos. Do you do lives? I think occasionally you've done your own lives. You've got into lives.
So I did.
How's-
I was doing a lot of lives, and then over this last year, it kind of dwindled off towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of times where there was some stuff where I basically just had to stop getting on here for a minute, and then
Yeah, I
the
get it.
little steam rolling that I did have going
Yeah.
was kind of all lost, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to.
happens.
People have gone their separate ways and
Oh, yeah.
everything. And so, I'm just slowly, getting back on. And this was like my birthday month, and that time of the year,
Yes.
it's like and the holidays aren't necessarily for everybody.
Right,
And they're not
right.
the best. They're not necessarily happy for everybody. And like by the end of
Exactly.
it,
Yeah.
by the time February and Valentine's Day rolls around, I'm just like, thank God this is over.
Yeah.
Let's just get on to being normal, and like I'm through with the holidays. And so
Yeah.
my birthday falls in with that. And that's why I remember when we were in the schedule, and I was like, you know what, let's not do it the week before or after.
Yeah, I get it. Now, what day is your birthday again?
January 15th.
January
The
15th. The 15th. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, we were trying to schedule everyone, and we were trying to schedule so that he wasn't interfering with all his birthday
Yeah.
activities.
This I was appreciative.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and it's just, you almost get like a fatigue at this point. And
Yeah, I'm always glad when the holidays are kind of done. I understand. 'Cause
well,
it's
I
like,
think one.
yeah. Well, people, families usually sick or somebody's, yeah, And I was really glad 23 was over. I'm glad to put that in the back, the rear view. Yeah.
I remember.
2024, hopefully a new year.
Yeah. And I felt like I jinxed it a year or two before that and be like, this it's so good to be done with it. And so I just never say anything. It's just like trying
Yeah.
to ease
Well,
to this one silently.
2023 for me kind of had some 2020 vibes. Yeah, it just wasn't, yeah.
And the whole world just ready to stop.
Everybody, it hits differently for everyone, but, yeah. So let's talk about your music because your music is cool. At least
Thank
if
you.
you're not doing the lives as often as you used to, you are putting out content. Because I did look, you're making those videos, you're sharing your passion for music. A lot of them, and some of the covers, I'm like, that's a cover. I'm like, that sounds like whoa. Really, I'm impressed with it. I'm like, ow. So you
Thank you.
primarily play the guitar, correct?
Yes.
That is your only instrument, or do you play other instruments?
No, nothing that I would like to necessarily take
No,
on
but
the
you feel
road
most
with.
comfortable with guitar. Okay.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of been my little sidearm since the
Yeah.
beginning. But anything stringed instrument, I can, pretty much hammer out. I like
Yeah.
playing bass. I do have a little baritone ukulele that my
Oh,
fat
yeah.
fingers, I am trying to
Yeah. Yeah, I
negotiate. But
understand.
those are things that I'm able to translate over into. So am I as comfortable with it as the guitar? No, but the guitar for me is.
Yeah. So guitar. Yeah. And when you get to hear him, you're going to get a sampling today, folks. I promise. You hear him, you're going to go. You're going to have to catch your jaw. I'm just
Don't.
saying. Yeah,
Well,
it's true.
let's
It's true.
see,
It's
I
true.
don't know.
It's true. You're good. You just got to have the confidence, sir. You just got to have the confidence. You got it.
I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes. And everybody here is going to be very supportive. And if we see someone's not, the mods take care of it.
Yeah.
They have our backs.
I like how Lisa Lama, she puts them in timeout, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. They'll get timed out all right. Refocused, as we
Yeah.
used to call it. Before I retired, they called it refocus instead of. You know how they rename everything. It's like, okay, isn't that like a timeout? Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Well, me,
whatever.
my philosophy, when I guess I kind of modded for myself, was I would just do. But she's
Yeah.
like, no, let them see what they're kind of missing. If they choose to stay, it's up to them or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
They
By
can't say
muting them,
anything.
then they can see it, but they can't comment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So you typically, what's your genre of music that you play the guitar? You sing? Do you do more of the country? Do you do more of a what genre of music would you say?
Well, I started out learning blues, and down in that part of the country, yeah, I started out with blues, and God, I moved in the country fairly quickly, and
Well, they kind of go
classic
they kinda
rock, yeah,
similar.
it's
Yeah,
down
there's
there, it's because when you're
parallels.
playing in group and everything, they all kind of go together,
Yeah.
and so. The only thing I really never dabbled in would be jazz or Christian.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
just have never
but
done it for
primarily
me.
blues and country is kind of more of your
And Southern
wheelhouse.
rock, classic rock.
Southern rock,
you know,
classic rock. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do any?
Americana. I mean, just
Americana.
honestly, if I just classified it as a whole, it'd be that because
Okay.
there was a time when one of my idols, Steve Earle, wasn't considered country, but now they would claim him. So
Yeah.
I can kind of put him more in an Americana type of aspect. So
So do you just do covers or do you have original music you do
no,
as well?
definitely do originals.
You do original as well. Okay.
Yeah. Back in earlier days, in my Broadway days and stuff, we made a couple of little nothing you would shake a stick at, but we've done little albums and they were original writings and some of them kept around and I guess with TikTok, I don't know. You don't really think of.
Yeah.
It's hard to get anybody's attention in the first place, so I don't know. I haven't really put out. I guess I put out a couple
Yeah.
of them that are like, here's a clip, here's a snippet, but for the most part, I guess I just go for something somebody's more, they're kind of familiar with it. What is
Yeah.
up? You hear me?
So do you
My
do?
dog hears me
Do you,
talking, so
it's okay. I heard the chains well go, or the collar. It would sound like a collar, maybe.
that's
Yeah.
him.
Uh, yeah. You want to know what a teacher's superpower is?
You guys have eyes in the
Auditory
back of your head. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
and you,
Auditory discrimination. We were like, that's what that is. Yeah,
well, good
yeah.
ears, good ears.
Good ears. That's what you have to do. But anyway, yeah, and even though I'm retired, it still hits. I still use it. It still happens. It's it is what it is. But anyway, back on track. So do you have any of your music out on any of the platforms like Spotify, Apple, or is it primarily found on TikTok?
At one point, I had started a Spotify, but so there was a transition. When I moved over here, I had finished school and I had basically half a summer's worth of gigs lined up. Because at that point, I was doing still more of that. But then that turned out being 2 weeks before the pandemic, the initial lockdown. And so
then it was like, yeah, no mas.
so everything got canceled. All the microbreweries, all the little one man gig things got put on hiatus. But then it turned into the so long, and then basically I sold the towers, like the gear that was my live stuff at some point, because I was like, and then I just like, I'm gonna start trying to make a transition to streaming. So I do have an account on Spotify's, but or SoundCloud, one of those guys, but nothing that I really like maintain. It gets to be a chore when even just like the
it's
one.
A lot.
I mean, I have a couple of other ones listed, like the Instagrams and stuff, but I never even go over to it because I get so drained just in the time that I spend on here.
I get it. And some of the musicians say you really don't get paid much when you put your music on Spotify.
No, I would imagine
you
it's
don't really
for
get much. You got to be really big to make any money, I guess, on Spotify. But
Give me 1 second.
no, you're
I'm gonna let
fine.
him go out here.
Okay,
I can still hear you. But,
Okay, I can
I'm
do
not going
airspace.
anywhere.
I can talk.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just.
Yeah, no, you're
He
fine.
probably wants water, and so
The dogs, I get it.
he'll let him back in. He'll let himself
I have
back in,
mine
I'm sure.
here. And
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, I totally understand.
They're part of the family, and sometimes
we
you
zip
don't
up?
get the control.
I
Oh,
think, yeah,
well, he
let
just
him-
went out.
Yeah, he just went out. Maybe later. Okay,
He'll definitely
artist?
come right back in.
He'll probably be back in.
He definitely will be.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That's
thank
Samson.
you, Lisa. Yeah. His tapestries are beautiful. Yes, they are, treasures. They are
Thank you.
beautiful. Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Okay, let's hear some. Oh, Chris wants to hear. Let's not waste any time. Yeah, it's about time for us to do some music. Yeah. Hey, see,
Alrighty.
they like that. Hey, Flutter. They get just. They're like, they want music. So
Okay. Well, after
gonna-
we played it all up,
I'm going to ask you. Some people like to be in a big box to perform. Some people are like, please no. So what do you prefer?
I mean, I'm always in the big box when I do my lives. So let's just,
Okay.
if you don't
You
have
want me
to
to go-
push any more buttons, and just keep it like this.
Oh, just keep it
Whatever
like this.
works best for you.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I can do either one. It's just that TikTok makes it I have to do it like in a couple different steps. But I can do
So
it.
no, you don't have to do any extra steps for me.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Here we go. This is Delta Crawdaddy. And what are we going to hear?
So I like to get on sometimes and do little mashups. So I'll start off doing one of my little acoustic mashups. Not
I like
mine, but
mashups.
covers.
I like that.
Alrighty. So we'll go with that.
My ADD likes that. Because I can go, oh, that's that song. Oh, that's that song. Oh, that's that song. Because my brain goes like all the time. So, yeah, I like mashups.
Alright. We'll do this one.
Here we go, guys.
You hear the guitar, okay? Yeah? Okay. Amazing grace, how sweet is the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. There is a house down in New Orleans they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boys and me. Oh God, I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sold my new blue jeans. My father, he was a gambling man way down in New Orleans. Now the only thing that a gambler needs is a suitcase and his guns. And the only time that he is satisfied is when he's on a drunk. Got 1 foot on a platform, got 1 foot on a train. I'm going back to in my days I will wear that ball and chain. Oh, mothers, go tell your children not to do as I have done, but spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, there is a house down in New Orleans they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boys and me, oh God. Well, I am one. How's that one for first one out of the chute? Thank you.
Wow. I have to say this, and I'm not just saying it because of my kid. Little said that she says, I could listen to this on repeat.
Aw,
People
thank
were
you.
telling about their job. Yeah, like I was reading other comments too about they were just like, they love the mashup. And I'm going to tell you, you got me. Because I'm like thinking it's the House of the Rising Sun, and it went into Amazing Grace. And it went into, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Now that's
cool.
that's cool. I like that. That was good.
Thank you.
What do y'all think in the chat? If you, oh, Kathy said awesome. Yes. Kim says wow. Yeah, they're applauding now. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
hey,
absolutely.
Hey,
Yes.
Kathy.
They
Thank you,
said
guys.
you're awesome. Loved it.
Oh, appreciate you guys very
Yes.
much.
Bravo, bravo, encore. Yeah, well, we're going to hear some more, big guy. Just don't worry. We'll hear more. We got to give him a little bit of break in between. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad it's coming out all right. You guys are
It's-
awesome.
yeah, you sound great. You sound great. You know, we're small, but we're mighty tonight, and that's okay. But everyone here is being supportive, and that's cool. And that's what we're looking for. Ooh, look at the new wows. Ooh, Lisa, that's what I'm putting up for next month. Those pink ones. Those were still left over from the other night.
Oh, that's cool.
Or the other, yeah. Ooh, wow. Those show up. Yeah. Thank you for that.
I
They,
just was learning about that. These emoto.
the little sticker emote things, yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I've got a couple of people subscribing. They're awesome, and I haven't like done anything.
Yeah, put a few, you like put your dog, put your
Yep.
guitar, yeah.
Yeah.
You can start out, a lot of people start out with pictures
Ah.
first.
Oh, you can
But
do like
after,
videos or something? What?
no, you can't do videos,
You
but like
can.
if you have a picture, now some pictures look better in that little format than others. Some of them are like Lonnie, if you're still here, Lonnie has some really cool pictures. When I've zoomed in and was looking at them, I'm like, oh, wow, that's really cool. But down in the chat, they're so small, they're hard to read.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Sometimes it happens. And that sometimes it happens when you make them too. It just, yeah. But
Yeah, I've got one or at least one of him on there, so I'm
yeah, a
all
lot of
about
people put their
that.
pets. I've had my pets before. Then I like TikTok would only allow 15 for the longest time. But now they're allowing more. So,
Cool.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. I use photos for mine. Treasure says I'm not creative enough to make. And that's okay to start out with photos. Yeah, definitely. So I think people just appreciate when you put something up. Yeah,
I
because
definitely got
the
to
five
tune
or
to it
six
more.
that I think that TikTok gives you, they're like those yellow, like the yellow star with a heart, and there's one that's smile. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah, they're almost
it,
generic. I
they're
know what you're talking
generic, and
about now.
everybody gets. It's like, ooh, that looks pretty together. Definitely, that looks good, Flutter. I
I
like
don't know.
that.
I think I just come back to doing lives again. Like I'd taken a long break because I was kind of forced to, like I said. And
Yeah,
I remember, I think that must have been implemented or something already, and I had no idea. And they almost had
yeah,
it like set, and it had it at, I don't know if the 2.99 was an option, but it had it at 6.99, and people were subscribing, and I had no idea. And so I just had empty. There was nothing in there, and I didn't
yeah.
realize
Five
people were
ninety
going.
nine was the standard generic amount. I lowered mine to 2.99
Well,
because I try to give my people a break in
yeah,
the
yeah.
cost. So
And
if you're a subscriber, you're 2.99 in here. It's kind of like buying a drink here in
yeah,
States. Like if you get a soda or a tea or a coffee or something.
yeah.
But I'm two away from making my subscription goal. Just saying.
Uh-oh. Yeah, okay.
Just two folks. It's only 2.99. Okay.
I've got to do a
Anyway,
couple subscriptions, so I
thank
will
you.
load them up.
Thank you.
As soon as
Thank
I
you for
load them up.
making. We're 80% of our goal too. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. But anyway,
Cool.
I have to put that out there because, TikTok encourages us to say that. So, and I
Oh,
think now you can do different levels. I don't understand that.
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say because I saw the 6.99 and I felt bad because
I
a
just
couple
keep
folks
mine at
had,
2.99, the cheapest I can make it. And I'm
well, a
like,
couple folks had the auto renew and they had just
yeah,
renewed the other day. And that's what
yeah,
reminded me. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna lower it for everybody else after they just paid. So then it said, oh, we have these tiers. You can do up to
yeah,
three
tears.
tiers. I set it up, and then you can do maybe not as much cool stuff
Yeah,
for
like you
the,
could do a few for the one tier and then a little bit different
and
for
they get a
the.
little bit more as an
Yeah,
incentive for being
yeah,
in that upper one. So
yeah,
I kind
whatever
of
you
like
want
that
to do.
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Three
So,
price points and can make different badges for each. Yeah, I think I read something about that, Treasure, by Tiff. I think I saw that.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we get subscription goals 16 out. Somebody subscribe.
Hey, hey.
Oh my, who subscribed? Oh, thank artist. Oh, it was artist. It
All
was
right.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Well, we'll get back on the interview. We talked about the emotes. He needs to know that stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, and that's how, TikTok doesn't do a lot of explaining of these things. We rely on our connections, our friends, these kind of situations. We're like, oh, did you know such and such? Did you know that? And that's how you learn from each other.
Just
You
tonight, I
really
believe
do.
you interviewed Brody earlier on,
Yes.
and just tonight he had let me know. He's like, "Do you know that you can go into practice mode before you go on?"
Yes, that's on there now.
I was like, "No, that's something new." I was like, because I had no clue, but that's
Thank you.
exactly how that happened. He let me know.
Yeah, which is kind of nice. You can
Working.
you can practice where all the different buttons are instead of being a
Yeah.
total while you're on live.
Or and hear yourself and make sure that you're coming out.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
way I
yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
They
Well,
mu- they
hey, I know
probably
who Stone Spirit is. Hi, how you doing?
they probably mess around, hit and miss. Like this is working, this is not. Let's take this back and let's implement this. I'm sure it's trial and error
You're a
for them a lot.
subscriber too. Did I get another subscription?
Hey,
Did
hey,
I make
hey.
my subscription goal? Did I make a subscription goal?
How do you check that?
Thank you
Woohoo!
so much. Thank you, Rogue. Thank you so much.
Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you. And I will be putting the more of the pink emotes for February. They're coming up. Yeah, the blue ones. Today's the last day of the blue ones. Okay.
Oh, so you okay?
I've been
I'm not
changing
gonna
it up like for the seasons and different things,
Ah,
my
cool.
subscribers can join my Discord. If they join my Discord, I have to.
You do that.
Yeah, they go to my Discord and then I give them the heads up of stuff. They have a
See,
section.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about that. There's a couple of times I've been a little.
it's a perk.
Is it? That's cool. You like it? It's. Is it? Does it? You work? Make them kind of work hand in hand with this
Good
as
question.
well.
They want to know how to subscribe to you.
Oh, on mine.
Can you go to his profile and subscribe, or do you have to go to a live? I don't know how that works, folks. I've only subscribed while I was in the live.
See, mine. I have the little star, but it would be for you because I came in
Yeah,
and we
but
were in the
if
same.
you hold on. So I just had you pulled up here. Let me see, folks. I'm gonna
I
look.
think they have one in that corner, like in those little
Yeah.
headers, those tabs that you can push. 'Cause I know
He
it's got.
has it. Yeah, like on the when you go to the profile. Go to the profile, you hit the subscription. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I saw that.
And that's only because I just don't have anything else up there. It
But
just, yeah.
he's gonna work on put some different emotes
I
and things for
absolutely am.
people, and yeah,
I
he's gonna
put
work that.
I put an emote with me making laser eyes up the other day, actually,
Yeah, that'd
that
be
I
cool.
love.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Like if I
Just
could have
start
a
simple.
superpower, it's laser eyes with hearts in it. And I was like, if I could have a superpower, that would be it.
You just start simple with a few. You don't have to go crazy with them. Just and then build from there.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's just I didn't realize there was that option, and people were paying money, and
Yeah. If they're
yeah,
paying, you want to give them something. I totally
got it.
understand.
Absolutely.
Totally understand. Rogue is still here. Rogue, I noticed today. I need to resubscribe. I got to figure out which account I'm supposed to subscribe. But anyway, that's my problem. I get too many accounts going. But you updated some of yours. They look cool. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it. I just got to figure out which one. Yeah, I know it's all good, but I gotta figure out which one I was like. Which one was I subscribing in? I have that problem. Sometimes I've been known to go to lives and have multiple accounts going in the same time. And sometimes I have conversations with my other account. It's yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
well,
do that in my head sometimes when I'm trying to work a problem
I
out.
do it in my head, and now people get to see my crazy in live. It's yeah,
Love
down
it.
in the chat. Sorry, folks, squirrel. So let's talk about you. So, you said what kind of music you do? Has anybody influenced you? Is there a certain like band or like some people talk about family members? Somebody who's influenced you to say, "Hey, I wanna play guitar. I wanna sing. I wanna." Yeah. Mama gets funny. Yes, artist. I know. Thank you.
I remember, yeah, it'll date me. I remember like Steve Earle having a profound impact on me. John Prine, John Hyatt. I definitely fell in love with music. It was not supported within my social structure. But it had like such a major impact. Like it was to the point of almost obsession, like sneaking away to watch, like when MTV was cool, or when like, CMT played like music videos.
So you had a lot of different artists that you're like, okay, I like this one, I like that one,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, I think I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, and yeah. So how
I
long have you
started
been playing guitar?
uh, I 12 years old I got my first guitar
12,
when I was
yeah.
11, but I started taking my first lesson.
That's about 12. That's about yeah.
I took lessons from a bluesman, and that was in Greenville, and I was only able to get lessons from him for about a year and a half before I could go off on my own. But I 12, 12 to 13, I was playing, and by then, by about 15, I bought my first, like, after working, and bought my first guitars, and at that time, that's when you start like getting
Little
serious.
six string, bought it at the Five and Dime.
Well, it was a pawn shop, absolutely.
Yeah, that was the lyrics to some song.
Yeah, and I worked.
I think Brian Adams. Wasn't that Brian Adams song?
Yeah, that's
They were- yeah, yeah, yeah,
not to try and be cliche, but yeah, I had worked at
Yeah.
at my buddy's folks pizza diner, like bussing tables under the not for taxes, and so I just worked for tips. And by the end of the summer, I was able to purchase like that guitar. And at that point, after you like sweat and blood went into it, you went into a more serious mode. But since 12, that's like I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. So that's all it's been.
Okay, I set a new goal, folks. I think I got a new goal set. Sorry, they were telling me down in chat. And speaking of the chat, we're about
Meeting
halfway
goals is
through.
good.
You
Oh,
got any
right.
questions, chat? Think about it. Do you play the Delta Blues Crawdaddy?
I do.
Oh, that's a good question.
I do.
That's a good question.
This guitar, unfortunately, is not tuned the way that I play that, but there are a couple of the original snippets that I put out, a minute or two long. If you guys do go to my profile, it says in that little
It's in there.
title, it says original tune. But those guys I have tuned down to where I like to play Delta blues, and you can hear a Delta blues vibe.
Can we
out of
hear
it.
a tune? Do you play slide? Hey, Rogue, I don't know if you were in here a while ago, but he did a mashup. It started out, and I could hear the chords, and I'm thinking, oh, it's the House of the Rising Sun. Then it went to Amazing Grace, and then went back to that. It was just like, boom, my brain was like going, yes. So, yeah. I don't know if you heard that or not. But so, yeah, maybe we should hear another song, and then we'll get back to chatting. Because
Okay.
they get bored down there. Well, so do I. But,
So we'll do three. So this one
wanna
I
do
won't
another
do
song?
as a mashup. It'll just be a
Okay.
regular. But I thought since you guys did like that,
Oh, yeah.
we'll end up with we'll do as a mashup.
Yeah.
There's another one I kind of
okay.
like to do.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, we'll do another song. We'll chat a little bit, and we'll do that last song, and then probably start thinking about heading down. An hour show will be up.
Right on. Well,
Yeah.
you guys make time fly when you're having
Time
fun.
goes.
So
An hour
yeah.
goes by. However, I've done lives where they're longer, and I have a harder time attending too.
Longer
Like,
than an hour, or
yeah, like
seems like it's
those
being longer than an
those
hour.
3 or 4 hour lives. Those are
Oh.
hard for me to stay focused at. But I have done.
And
it,
that's
but I-
you're interviewing folks when you're doing that.
Yeah, sometimes we've had specials where it's more informal, so it's kind of, whatever. But like we normally Chat and Chill is an hour, and it's a good amount of time, I think. It
I
keeps
do,
it,
yeah.
yeah,
You
keeps
know
it
what?
simple.
You can reset. There's something that gets stale if you like just kind of sit.
Absolutely.
And so even
I
to get
think if-
up and
Yeah. You got to change
get your
things
drink
up.
of water, go, bathroom. Then you sit back down and you're kind of like refreshed, even if it's just like a few seconds. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what you gonna sing for us?
let's. A couple of my friends in here I know are Creedence Clearwater fans, so I'm gonna do a.
Oh, CCR.
I'm gonna do
We like
CCR
CCR.
song, and I'm gonna do
CCR.
it a little bluesy. The way I feel like
Ooh.
I kind of do it is a little bluesy style. So
I like bluesy. Yeah,
Okay.
bluesy. Let's do it.
I'm gonna close that door.
All right.
He came in.
So Rogue, you're gonna be mesmerized. He's good.
Playing it up so much, it's a big ticket to fill. All right, here we go. CCR, Susie Q.
Susie Q.
Oh, Susie Q, my little Susie Q, my little Susie Q, baby, I love you, my Susie Q. I like the way that you walk, I like the way that you talk, I like the way that you walk, I like the way that you talk, well, my Susie Q. Please say that you'll be true. Please say that you'll be true. Please say that you'll be true. Never leave me blue, my Susie Please say that you'll be mine. Please say that you'll be mine. Please say that you'll be mine. Love me all the time. My Susie Q. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I hope you understand. My Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. My little Susie Q. My little Susie Q. Baby, I love you. Well, my Susie. My little Susie Q.
Wow, that was cool. I love that.
Hey, thank
Woo!
you.
Rogue says, dang. Yeah. Oh, look
Oh,
at
hey,
that.
that's
Thank you,
cool.
Lisa. Oh, that is cool. I haven't seen that one.
What is it
Awesome.
called?
I'm not sure, but it looks like little like groundhogs or something
They look
dancing,
like and
ladybirds.
groundhogs on this Friday, so that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Those were
yeah, coming
groundhogs.
up.
Thank you, Lisa.
Cool, cool.
Not,
Awesome.
but thank you for putting that
Oh,
up.
they're gophers.
Oh, those were
Okay, well,
gophers.
yeah, gophers. Okay, that's cool. I've never seen that gift before. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yes, definitely. CCR. No, Rogue, you like CCR, correct? She's another content creator here on TikTok.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think I was at her live once, and she was wanting us to hashtag a certain, was it, who were we supposed to be? I don't remember. Let me know in the chat. I don't remember. Squirrel. Imagine that. Squirrel. Yeah, me. Anyway, never mind. Filter and one in comment settings. Oh, thank you, TikTok, for that. Hey, thank you, everybody, for all the plus. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for all the likes. This is really cool. But if you have a question you would like to ask our guest, it's appropriate. I always have to throw that in there.
All right, anybody can just say
Yeah,
no.
we'll
I
see.
don't want to answer
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh,
No
wait,
big
they
deal.
know to keep it toward, yeah.
You have a very nice, well-behaved
They're well
group of
behaved.
folks. Absolutely.
Yes, they are well behaved.
I
Yes.
I have my camera set up, and a lot of times I'm on at midnight or I'm on late. I was as an insomniac, and you would get folks who like to bring up inventive, and they were like, "How do I get whatever I want to say through without the comments being filtered?" You know, and
Yeah.
so you'd get these crazy things, and so. I would have it situated so at least I can be within finger shot of being able to tap it.
Tap them. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Put
hard
'em
to
in
mod
timeout.
and perform at the same time, but
Oh
yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
especially if you're,
if you're trying to like be serious about it, and then you just happen to glance up and you read the comment, and then it just knocks you off track. Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah,
And some
I
people
know.
make me laugh. I mean, and that's all
Oh,
you
yeah, some of
need.
their comments are funny. Like, is that your real hair? And I tug my hair and go, yes. Or they'll say stuff about like, they just make it, what's the purpose of your life? I don't know. It's called chat and chill.
Yeah,
It's called
and
chat and
great.
chill.
It's-
We chat, we chill.
Yeah.
I think the purpose is right stated. Duh.
Absolutely.
It reminds me.
And the
It reminds me of
concept
dealing
that
with kids at school.
90% of the stuff I see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
But
had
the
to moderate
concept-
live, in person, like kids.
But you have somebody that moderates for you, right? Didn't you say like?
Oh, we have a couple of them down there. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
You'll
And
see
that
that it
becomes
looks like
so important.
a
They're
little
awesome.
person with a little circle thing. It looks like I
And
don't know
that's
if you can see it.
your mods.
Like there's
when they're-
him. Yeah, when they have that behind them, they're a mod.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It becomes like crucial because even if you're in the middle of a song and somebody says something like, "What are you gonna do? Stop and
Oh.
mute them or delete them, and then make the comment, or are you gonna mess the song up?"
We're
So
doing
yeah,
okay.
in the
Mess
middle
around
of
and
it.
they'll find out. Little says, yeah. Little now she has tried to do lives. She tried to do a few this summer, and
Yeah.
she had some come in and make some horrific comments. So much that Mama Bear got activated.
Oh, really? Oh,
Me,
I'm sorry to
Mama
hear
Bear.
that.
Mama Bear came. Oh, Mama Bear takes care of that real quick.
When people
Yeah.
get really brave when they're behind the screen and they think it's all
Oh yeah.
anonymous,
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. 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 Like. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody should have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah. Mama Bear came to the rescue.
well,
But
good.
I think a time or two she didn't. I didn't know. I think I was asleep or something. And she's like, "Yeah, I had a bad experience." So yes, I understand.
Sorry.
There are great people here on this platform. There are some that are
Yeah.
make questionable choices
But it
with their
100% makes
yeah,
it worthwhile when you have a couple people who like you guys kind of are friends in a circle, and then they get on when you get on. And if somebody tries to mess up,
yeah.
you've already got them listed as a mod, and they got the privilege. Just give them the boot.
Well, I've been in lives where I see people getting hassled by someone, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that in my show account. I don't want to get my show account. Let me go into my Mama Ironhead is my backup account. I usually go. I'm like, let me go to Mama. Mama will put them real straight. Warning, warning, warning.
Mama's mama bear, y'all need to watch out.
Yeah, she don't take it. She's
That's
like,
great.
nope. Yeah, yeah. Mama says, not today. Hold my adult beverage.
That's why you should have more than one account. Now I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first started, I just had well, I had a t-shirt account. Whatever that. I had.
We're
when
kind
I
of feeling it
retired,
out in the beginnings. Like I said, I had the
I got
fur
the
babies
one,
one, and I don't
and
use
then I
it.
got my this is my show account, but then I have a backup for my main account, and it wasn't working right, so I ended up making another one, and then when that one didn't work, the other one worked. So I have a backup for the backup, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I have two
Absolutely.
Mama Ironheads.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, you are prepped and ready to go in case you
So I
gotta
have
fly
4
off the
accounts
handle.
ready to roll. That's what I was telling Rogue. I'm like, I forgot which account I was using. I'll have to figure it out.
That's great.
Yeah, 2 Mamas and Ironhead in CNC. Yeah, I got the 4 accounts. So yeah, having an extra one is helpful. Just if you could start one, like even if it's just for the, like she has one, a little has one for the dogs, for
Oh,
Frank,
yeah.
her golden. Yeah, just
Yeah.
having another account sometimes is nice to have. And like Rogue she's in here in another account right now.
I
She's on her
absolutely see
account.
the benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can go over there and get almost not down to their level,
Oh.
but you can fight back a little bit
Oh
and
yeah.
not have to worry.
Treasure says my cat has an account and does better with use. And that's funny how that happens. You're right. Yeah. Frankman has his own page. Yes, he does. Frank is the dog. Yeah, the golden.
Well, I might have snuck a video or two of Samson onto my main page
Yeah.
to try and get views or likes.
Yeah, they like
they
dogs.
generate way more than what
Dogs and
what
cats. Yeah. Yeah, babies, dogs, and cats. They like that stuff.
I do. Yeah.
Little Ironhead, see my comment above, please. Okay. Okay, Little, you need to do that. All right. So anyway, any other comments, questions? I've been doing pretty good lately. I have a tree about 1,200 viewers per Oh, okay. So you're doing all right. That's not bad.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
you're doing awesome.
I don't know what's going on. TikTok's kind of like suppressing my views on here.
Last time I even took a screenshot because you know how when you go out of your live, you get a snippet of like how many viewers they sent you and all that. They had me at 666 viewers. I was like, what? What is going on here? You could have chosen any. You could have sent one more or one less, but instead I get. What are y'all trying to say? I'm just trying to play music, but
Yeah.
I sometimes like trying to figure TikTok out is almost like a mind
It's
exploding in
hard,
itself.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, because you think, what are they trying to do? What am I doing wrong? One time I got sent, so back when I first, on the front end, back when people were I was steamrolling and people were kind of coming into my lives, I was playing, I had an Adam Sandler CD in the background playing. Remember he had some CDs that were kind of popular for a minute.
Uh-huh.
And they banned me for a week from doing lives for, it said hateful
Well,
behavior.
yeah.
Hateful behavior, and I didn't get it. I was like, Adam Sandler? I mean,
Yeah, some people can have adult beverages on their lives and they don't have anything happen. but a couple weeks ago, Little Ironhead, she wasn't alive and she had a bottle of water, clear bottle of water. And yeah, they said it was, yeah, she had to peel it. Yeah. Yeah, banana
It's
for
almost like
water.
it's like it's somebody in there and they're like mad at you and they're like just
Yeah.
oh let's is this a way of antagonizing?
Yeah.
Like I said, it almost hurts your head to try and figure out instead of just like
Oh,
just let it
you
blow
blew
off and
smoke
go
and
on.
got banned? Yeah.
Really? But it could be
Yeah.
that could be anything.
I am going to ask it, Rogue. I got to find a spot. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Rogue wanted to know if you played in person. Like I think he said he had gigs lined up before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and that's when he went to more of this
The
format.
streaming
But
format.
do you do like local gigs now? Do you go out?
It's not. There hasn't been anything for me. Again, because about 6 to 8 months into that shutdown, I sold my towers and like my big mixer, which were like kind of crucial for going out and doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
doing a live gig.
And I was like, oh, I'll just get them again, But sometimes
Yeah.
since I didn't have any really prospects, and no, I just haven't.
Yeah.
I imagine at some point get back on that. I'm not very far from Seattle, and that's just like
Okay, so you're up in Larry, almost by Larry's.
I'm about 3 hours away, so I'm over in Spokane, but 3 hours in Seattle, and I used to play there.
So Tiff said she was feeding the baby applesauce pouch, and they restricted me for tobacco use. Oh goodness.
It's like, if it's legal in the state that you're in, and if you're doing it, that's where I kind of have the issues with it. Like, they're censoring, I mean, that's basically
Yeah.
what it is, right? It's
As someone who's had to enforce community guidelines in person, I understand the purpose of community guidelines
Sure,
wholeheartedly. But why are they different for some people versus others?
Yeah, I didn't realize, I haven't talked to any of the other
Just
folks,
saying.
I guess, about that. Like, if one folk blows some smoke and the other is
Right.
getting in trouble for a bottle of water, that's not.
Oh yeah,
we
Chris,
need-
you can't play. I got dinged on that. I accidentally hit the computer one time and the music came on, and they're like, "Oh, you can't have." Yeah, I got a big warning, and yeah, I got.
Oh, because
dinged.
of copyright or something?
No, no, no.
What?
But in a sub live, if you do a sub live, you can't have music. No music's allowed in a sub live. Yeah, go figure. And it was your music. Yeah, No, they don't care. No music. is
And it
allowed.
was your music.
Yeah,
What? That's so
Yeah.
weird.
that's true. Well, let's hear that last song. Let's do it.
Okay. All
Let's do
right.
that last song, and we can close her down. And
And I promised it'll be a mashup, and it's going to be,
oh, a mashup. Okay, Rogue, if
We'll
you're
do-
still here, you get to hear the mashups.
finish it out with one of those guys. Okay.
Yeah. They like you like mash. I like the mashups.
You always hear it digitally, when people mixing it with their computers and devices. We'll see if we can do it, mix a couple of songs. Like, why not? People do it.
Yeah.
I think you guys will know. You'll be familiar, so I don't need an open intro with it or anything. Here we go. This is my interpretation. Well, Matty told Hattie about this thing he saw. He'd had two big eyes and a woody jaw. Woolly bully, woolly bully, woolly bully. Well, keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. So keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Well, we're going to the roadhouse, we're gonna have a real good time. Where the back of the roadhouse, they got some bungalows. I said the back of the roadhouse, they got some bungalows. Just for the people who like to go down slow. Let it roll, baby, roll. Well, I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. I said I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Well, the future isn't certain and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. 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 Let it roll all night long.
Wow.
Hey, thank
Oh
you.
my goodness. I was getting into that. I don't know about, well, I saw the emotes go by, so I think they were getting into it as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
right on. Well, thank you
They,
guys.
they were loving it. They were loving it.
Well,
You have
wow.
such a, you have like this rasp in your voice. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like, wow.
Years of, yeah, the
Yeah.
being in the drink and smoke filled bars, right? It's
Yeah.
marinated this, whatever this is.
Yeah. I
I don't
like
know.
it. I like the
Well, thank
rasp
you.
in there. It's very nice. Yes. I love
Thank
this
you.
guy, Doc says. Yes. Yes. So,
Thank you
so if you've been
guys.
on the show before, I got an idea. So I usually like to do union shows every so
Oh,
often. Maybe a month or two down the road. A couple months. Like, you're friends with Brody.
yes.
You're
And
friends
Chris.
with Chris, and I know
There.
Chris is he's kind of had to take a back seat for a while. He can't play for a little bit, but maybe when he gets back at it, that might be a little bit. Maybe we could do a reunion show with all three of you guys.
That would
That
be
would
so
be
fun.
that would be cool.
Yes.
That would be
I
cool.
agree.
Brody's been on the show before. Chris has been on the show, and now Delta Crawdaddy's been on the show.
Yeah.
I think that would be, and have them rotate. That would be, like they could do songs and stuff. And we do a little less chatting and a little more chilling on reunions. Yeah.
Or it could maybe be one of your 2 or 3 hour segment ones.
Yeah, well,
I
it
don't
can go
know.
longer. Those can go longer, and we just go, yeah, well, all
Yeah.
over line. Yeah,
You don't have
you
to
want to do
conform
it?
to an
Let's
hour,
do
but
it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, those guys are great.
Brody
Good
says,
friends of
right on,
mine.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chris, how long are you out of commission? I forgot. You said squirrel. Somebody needs to put squirrels up because you know how I am. Squirrels. I forget. Loved his
He's
set.
playing
I
with
too.
some
I love his
games.
set. So follow Delta. If you're not following Delta already, about two
Thank you
months.
guys.
Okay, in about 2 months. So sometime this spring, maybe we could do a reunion show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be
I
kind of
love it.
cool. I love
Yeah.
it. I think that's a great combo to do a reunion. I like when people come back. We get caught up. You get caught up, and you're like, hey, what have you been doing the last few months? Oh, what have you been doing? And we do a little chatting. But like some of the basic questions, it's like, oh yeah, we've already talked about that. So and so yeah, it's fun to do those reunion shows. I've done a few of them, and they're fun. They're always fun.
Well, this was an incredible hours fast. It wasn't
It goes by
like any,
fast. Right?
so
It wasn't painful, was it?
not at all.
Not at all. I
So,
told you would be fine. He's like, I
oh,
don't
you're right.
know. I don't know. And
The
I'm like,
talking's not my main.
he
I was
says
like, what are we going
talking.
to talk about for an hour? Oh my
And look,
God.
we've had no problems filling airspace.
I was
And I didn't
absolutely
even
wrong
cover
about that.
all of my questions.
Oh, really?
That's
Well,
cool. When I run
was
out of
like-
questions, I have to beg people. Anybody
Well.
else got a question?
well,
I mentioned it, but I didn't have to beg.
no,
Where's my
that's
laugh?
right. This is, I
Thank
think
you,
this is
Chris.
just awesome, the format, and it's
Well,
incredible.
thank you.
And so I hope we can all do this in 3 months. I know it's painless for me, so whenever you decide,
Yeah,
you don't even have to
this is
ask me.
January, February, March, maybe around April. Maybe
Yeah,
we could do something around
you
April.
count me in. Just
Yeah,
as long
that
as
would be
knock
cool.
on wood, as long as I can still get on
Yeah,
live, I'm there, dude.
we'll see where we're at in a couple
Yeah.
months. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
says sounds good. So when he gets back on his feet and can and do, we'll see about doing a reunion.
And who
We'll
knows,
give you a
like
little time.
maybe
Yeah.
in this next, few months we can network and grow, and we can maybe even look back
Absolutely.
on this and be like, remember when we were just getting like 28.6, now we're getting 100,000 likes just for like doing one show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
kind of laugh back on and look on it fondly. Hey, think it into existence. I don't know, but
You never know. You never
he's
know.
awesome. Chris does great, like all the songs he does. It's a great little. I was on TikTok probably like, I think I've had this account 2.5 years, 3 years at this point. Again, long time. There was some stagnant, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
never came across any little networking group with that I have such a like tight knit. How I feel about them, almost like defensive. If somebody was going to say bad, I'll jump to their
Yeah.
defense real
Like,
quick.
let me at 'em. Yeah.
And I don't know if Lisa was the
Can't-
glue. She was the one who kind of found us, or how it started. But at some point, just that little group that I kind of fallen into, it's great. I get excited.
Yeah, when you find a group, you find your tribe.
Yeah.
You say that
Yeah.
makes a big difference.
I
Yes.
went 2 years for any of that, and then this last 5-6 months, it's been different. So
It helps.
who knows? Like with 3 months from now, it could be for all of us. So
I'm in a lot of different tribes.
yeah, I believe it.
In my
You're
tribe, yeah.
good people,
So
man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah. I'm in a
what
lot.
you do.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like me. I'm kind of scattered. But anyway,
Some of our brains are wired that way. That's
yeah,
just how.
you know,
Nothing wrong with it.
creative people typically are that way, and
I'm real good in the
Yeah, yeah.
front and like getting stuff going real good, and then I just don't. I don't finish out, fall out. I'm not
yeah, it
the best
happens.
at that, following through. So we all do stuff.
well, if you're not following Delta, please follow him now so you can find when he goes live. At least enjoy his videos because they are awesome.
Oh,
You could listen to his music at least through there. If you're not following Chat and Chill, you can follow Chat and Chill as well because I'm trying to build this. I've got 1,000 on this account, and I thought, oh, I don't need it anymore. And it's like, I do.
You'll
So,
get them. You'll
yeah,
get them.
yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
good
So,
stuff.
yeah.
It'll be great. You got awesome new acts. I have no doubt coming through.
Oh, there's
and-
been some really good acts that have come through. Yes, definitely,
well.
definitely. And I thank you so much for being here tonight.
Once
So
I
I'm gonna-
load up a little bit, I'm going to plan to subscribe. I don't know if you got your two, but I will add into that. I have
Okay.
2 other folks that I want to do that with, so look for
Fine.
me, and we'll get that
I will
tribe
play
going
the
a little
theme
bit.
song, out,
All right.
and then I play like this bye song so people in the chat because there's a delay,
Okay.
so they can say bye. So this is what
Thank
we're
you for
gonna
having
do.
me on. Thank you
Thank
for
you
giving
so
me the
much.
opportunity to talk with you and play a little bit. I sure appreciate all of you guys.
I knew you would be good.
Aw.
I knew, and they enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, chat?
Well,
You
I-
did enjoy.
I
They
enjoyed you
enjoyed. They
guys.
said, "Oh, thanks." Yes,
This
they
is
enjoyed.
great.
All right, here we go.
Take care, everybody. Bye, Rebecca.
Play
It's
the
good to
theme
see
song
you.
out. It is short. It's yeah.
Love it.
Theme song.
Ironhead Chat Chill Show.
And that's Cool Ohm. He's my musical director. That's his title. I said I can't pay you, but I'll give you a title. Just saying.
That's great. Goodbye.
And then we tell everybody bye. And this seems like
Bye.
forever because it takes a while for them to say bye.
That's okay. I can
Yeah.
practice my parade wave.
Yes. Oh, yes. Wait.
Bye,
Then,
everybody.
then I'll count it down and then I'll end it. That's how we'll do it.
I
Real
love
soon.
it.
There's a break in the music. I'll count
I
it.
love the vibe that you put on. This is
Well,
just
thank you.
great. Just love it.
They're an awesome community. Aren't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, this was great tonight. Oh, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came, Treasure Fit.
Thank you, Treasure by Ted.
Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. We'll see you right here on the TikTok. Bye.